Hey, welcome back to the channel. Got a little something on the bench for you here. So real quick, I'm going to show you how to install a grommet and how to remove a grommet on a flight controller. This one is a good one because the grommet is very, very small and it's in a very tight place to remove. So to install and to remove, I'm going to zoom in for you so you can see exactly how I do that. The only tool I use is just a angled tweezers, and it does have a little knurling inside, so I'll show you that knurling a little bit closer. But that's what this video is about. So if you're struggling with these stupid little rubber grommets, this might help you. Stay tuned. Alright, we have our grommet. So the way I like to position this is I just grab a hold of the center of it, and that's about any size grommet you might mess with, but you want to see inside there. It's kind of a little teardrop shape. See, I'm grabbing too much of it there. Look inside there. You see that teardrop shape down through there? That's what you want to see. You don't want to squish it too much. If you don't have that teardrop shape, it's not going to work out so well. Grab your flight controller that you want to position it in, and I like to push this in so that the center meets the hole. See how that the center meets the hole? And then I just give it a little bit of push in there a little bit, and then I hold it with my finger, and then this other end is, see how this is folded? See if I could show that on the camera. See how it's sitting in there all folded up? See that teardrop shape shifted to this side? See if I can film this just right for you. Take this end of your needle nose or your pliers or and you're just going to push this fat part right here down through. Okay? Just kind of work that dude around a little bit. Right there, that's it. So as long as you have that little teardrop shape, you can get the rest of that to push down through there and not disturb anything around it. And then to remove it, let's remove this one, because this one here is kind of in a tight spot, and you have some components. You see here that we have a ceramic capacitor on each side. We have the motor plugs. We have some small resistors down below. We don't want to mess with those. So the best way I found to do this is go on the back side of it and give it that same little that little drop pinch. See how it's starting to lift? And just pull it right up through, and then grab that with your finger. And then from the other side, we're just going to pinch that fat part. We're going to do like opposite. See how that just came right out without tearing it or ripping it? So that's how to install and remove one of these pesky little grommets without destroying it or ripping parts off your board. Let me zoom out for you. And of course, there's all kinds of different tools out there, but this is what I found to be the best. This is just something you get at the hobby shop, and then you just make sure that these are bent to a V point, and then the knurling that's inside these help out a lot to grip. But I've used, you can use all kinds of things. I found a Revlon tweezer being the best thing to get hair out of your motors. That's what it's for, is to pull hair out of women's eyes, right? So I found that to be the best thing to get those hairs out of the motors. But I've used this tool before. It's not as good because of the big, thick shank at the end. These poke holes through them, so I'm not a real big fan of using these. You'll see these are kind of cheaper ones. I use these for sweating components on and off boards. But the tip's too sharp, so it wants to cut a hole through the grommet. And then same with this one, it's a little bit too sharp. This is brand new, ready to be used. And then the one I used, my trusty, that I used for many, many years, I use it for gluing things now, is something like that. So you don't need to have exactly this tool, but you do want to have a rounded end, a little bit of knurling in there so that it will catch the parts that you're trying to hold on to. And I like the angle because I can film a lot easier when I have an angle. If I wasn't filming stuff, I might use a straight one. But hey, I hope this video helped you out. Something a little quick I threw together for somebody. Hopefully that helps you. And you know, if it did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you didn't like it, you give it a thumbs down. It all works. Enjoy the breeze.